I haven't got the copyright for this, and my theme tune that I've done for this hasn't worked, so here it goes, right? Me theme about history to me theme a theme about history to
History.
It's not magical or mysterious, but it is a history to
History.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming back. Feel free to subscribe, ring some bells, and just do whatever you want to do. We're at the quayside in Newcastle upon Tyne at Sandhill, looking at Bessie Surtees' house right now. This house was built in the mid-1600s and has been there ever since. Seemingly, a woman named Elizabeth Surtees eloped from this property to marry her lover John Scott, who was later to become Lord Eldon, which is a really meaningful name in Newcastle upon Tyne. The building is accessible to the public, and when you walk up to the first floor, you're presented with this mid-15th century room, complete with original fireplace and oak wood panelling that you see before your very eyes. The white-looking furniture you saw is also oak, but just hasn't aged yet. And as we walk into the second public room, we can see that it's also really interesting, with loads of information to see, and old maps of Newcastle upon Tyne and other period features. Then we walk into the third public room and we can see what appears to be an ancient building in the courtyard. That was actually built in the 1930s to the rear of this building. In a moment we'll go out there and we'll have a look at that building that was built in the late 30s and made it look like it was built hundreds of years ago. Anyway, I should have mentioned a blue window that you may have seen earlier. That apparently is the window that Bessie Surtees used to leave, but I don't buy it myself. Anyhow, as we go back on ourselves to get outside, we can look at the rear of the building, along with the building that I mentioned earlier from the 1930s. We can also see outside the castle keep as we look up the hill. Here we are outside looking down towards the quayside right now. In front of us is the rear of Bessie Surtees' house, and as we look up we can see all 4 stories there. There's another story down below the courtyard, and as I say, we have our tour guide here pointing up towards the castle keep. I'm also going to use the wrong finger to point up there because it's really interesting. Anyway, there's the building from the 1930s, which looks really, really old. That was the intention of the architect, and there's a wrong finger point. Goodbye, God bless everyone, see you later.